Hi, my name is Akash Mukundra Ule. Today we are discuss about the overview of pharmacovigilance, means basic information about the pharmacovigilance, some terminologies, what is meant by pharmacovigilance, adverse events, adverse drug reactions, which forms used in the pharmacovigilance, how to find the adverse events, and which criteria to identify the adverse events, what is meant by ICSR processing, what is meant by COMS forms, which tools used in the ICSR processing. First we are discuss about the thalidomide tragedy. Thalidomide was firstly developed and marketed in the Germany in 1957. Thalidomide primarily prescribed for the sedative or hypnotic drug, but thalidomide claimed to cure the nausea, anxiety. Afterward, the thalidomide are used to the morning sickness and nausea or vomiting in pregnant women. Thalidomide is over-the-counter drug in Germany. Some 5 to 700 children run with the Phlocomyia disease. Phlocomyia disease means inflammation of the limbs. The thalidomide also affected of the respiratory tract infections, then urinary tract infections. Then next, what is meant by pharmacovigilance? The pharmacovigilance is a science to activity related to the assessment, detection, understanding and prevention of adverse events or any problem related drug related problem. Then what is meant by adverse event or adverse reaction? The adverse reaction means adverse reaction means is a nauseous or unintended effect of the drug, which have the causal relationship between the suspected drug or adverse event. And what is meant by adverse event? Adverse event is a nauseous or intended effect of the drug, which may or may not be causal relationship between the adverse event or a suspected drug. Then ICS guidelines. What is meant by ICS? ICS is the International Council of Harmonization. Is a technically requirement for the human use. ICS is a bring unique together of the regulatory authorities and pharmaceutical companies in Europe, Japan, United States. And which guidelines are used in the ICS? First is safety, efficacy, quality, multidisciplinary. Then which guidelines are used in the ICS in PV? The first is E1. E1 means the clinical safety of drug intended for the long-term treatment and life-threatening condition. Second is E2A. Clinical safety data management, definition of standards of accepted reporting. Second, E2B. The maintain the clinical safety data management, including the data element transmission of the ICSR processing, means individual case safety reporting. Second, E2B. E2B R2 means clinical data safety management, including the data element transmitted to the ICSR processing. Then E2C. E2C means clinical safety data management of periodic safety update report of marketed drug. Then E2C2R2. E2C2R2. E2C2R2 include the clinical safety of data management, including the benefit risks of evaluation reports. Then E2CD. E2CD means the post-approval of clinical data management definition and standards of expected reporting. Then E2E. E2 including the E2E in pharmacovigilance planning, and last is a E2F is a development of safety update report. Then what is meant by ICSR? ICSR is a safety service document in which ICSR include the information required for the reporting of adverse events or drug related problems. It's commonly submitted by the investigators. Then what are the different forms used in the reporting of ADR? The first is the SIOMS forms. What is meant by SIOMS? SIOMS is a Council of International Organization of Medical Sciences. It is a non-governmental, non-profitable organization. The main aim of the SIOMS is to provide the platform to discussions and to provide the new ideas related to the product of manufacturing and pharmacovigilance. Then next form is US. US use the MedWatch form. Then UK is a UK is a yellow card form. Then Australia use the blue card form. Then how to consider the event or serious? The first identify the date, life-threatening condition, prolonged hospitalizations, disability. Which ICSR processing tools use in PV? The first is the WHO ARD, MEDRA, COARDS. WHO, what is meant by WHO ARDS? WHO ARDS is a dictionary. It includes the classification of medicines, classification of drugs. It is developed by it is maintained or managed by the Uppsala healthcare centers. WHO ARDS used for the regulatory agencies, clinical organizations, pharmaceuticals companies for the identify the drug names in spontaneous reporting. Then MEDRA is a dictionary to use to the coding of adverse events. Then COARDS is a dictionary used for the symbol of drug. This is the basic information or shortly overview of the pharmacovigilance. Thank you.